Yeah, I think that's been the part he's got to work on. But he's worked really hard. And then, you know, I give our other kids in that room a lot of credit, you know, because they've really, you know, spent a lot of time with him. You know, and he spent a lot of time too, you know, learning, you know, what I do in this coverage, what I do in this check. Um, but I mean, I think early on, you know, we could tell that physically he was talented. Then it became, okay, now he's got to earn it. And he went out and did it, you know. And so, you know, it was very obvious to us that, like, once he got it, he was going to be a really important part of the defense. We really played Trey at safety, you know, kind of leading up to the Syracuse game, kind of thinking we'd get a little bit different attack out of Syracuse than we did. And then once we kind of got settled in, I just felt, you know, it was JQ's first college game ever. I wanted to try to manage his workload a little bit. And then, you know, the main kind of, the second kind of quarter of that game, we had the ball in, you know, they had the ball in some pretty advantageous field position. We kind of wanted to go with our older kids. I think if you ask Trey, I mean, he practiced, like, Trey went into that game. I went into that game thinking he was going to play more safety than nickel. So, you know, we've been working, you know, and I think this is a tribute to Coach Brown, and there's a reason he's got a Hall of Fame plaque, right? Like, we've been working on this since we got back. Like, hey, look, guys, you know, we could find out on Friday these 5 kids can't play. And so you can't just throw your arms up and say, oh, well, gosh, we don't have any of these guys. Like, you better have some answers. And so, you know, we've got packages involving 1 safety and 3 safeties and, you know, 3 outside backers and no outside backers, because you better have a way to go play and compete and get your best guys on the field. And so we've been cross-training a lot of those DBs. You know, Don Chapman has taken reps at about everything. Trey's taking reps at about everything. You know, so I think if you don't do that, then you're being a little bit naive. And so, I mean, I think it was really – I don't think they blinked really when we had to make the change we did.
And how's Patrice Rene progressing? I mean, I know he didn't play too much against Syracuse, and obviously he's a veteran cornerback for y'all, playing behind Storm Duck and Kyler Michael.
I think Patrice is progressing well. I think, you know, Storm's really kind of taken a lead role in that room. And I think, you know, Patrice and Kyler, I think Obi Agbuna has improved a ton. I think Dede Hollins was a guy that was going to play a lot and then kind of got nicked up before that first game. He's back ready to go. So I think that's a really competitive room. And then, you know, we got a young kid who's coming along really fast. So, you know, I think Dre's done a great job with those kids. And honestly, I think all of them can play. I think the hardest part is managing the reps. But right now, you know, Storm and Kyler we think are playing at the highest level. You know, now we're going to go out on Tuesday and find out. But that's kind of where we are right now with that room.